To his team was get stops. It's all about stops right now, and it is. This season, when South Dakota State has given up 71 points to opponents, they are just 2-11. The same goes for Oral Roberts. It's the 71-point mark. They're just 4-11. South Dakota State is unbeaten when they hold teams to 70 or less. 25 points, another big performance against Oral Roberts. You had 41 2 years ago down in Tulsa. What is it about playing against ORU?
They're always a good team, and it's always an exciting game.
The conference leader in home runs with 18 this year. Lifts this one into right center field. Back at the wall, and it's a grand slam. Number 19 this season for Quaddle. And it's a 7-0 Mines lead here in the second. So I'm just a normal guy who likes to golf.
Yeah.
You're a collegiate golfer. You shot a 64 this year. When you shoot a score like that, what's it like?
It is. It just, everything's clicking.
Seeing progress in mid-season, so
That's
huge credit to that.
X, formerly Twitter. Let's talk X factors. Who stepped up last week and caught your eye on the men's side? A half inch of rain overnight. This has turned into a mud trap, which could be a very difficult up and down to try and save par heading into 18. This hole right here at 17 could be where the championship is won or lost. Poked away. Rasco. Oh, nice move by Afton Rasco to get some separation. Hits it forward. McDermott giving chase. McDermott in the box. McDermott to Campos. Campos for the goal! Oral Roberts head coach Russell Sprigman was honest about his assessment of his team so far this season. They've struggled on the road. He said they've struggled to find an identity, and that inconsistency on the road has led to just 2 wins. Well, that point is magnified in a place like Frost Arena, where South Dakota State over the past 13 seasons have lost just 12 times.
Unable to hold on to that one.
And watch Martinelli's footwork here. He kind of takes a 1-step extended drop. It's more of a 3-step. He's not really on top of his platform like he should be, and throws that just a little bit out in front, just a little bit too much gas on the back of it. This might be his best coaching job in recent history because of all the injuries and all the adversity that they've had to overcome. But we heard him last week, and he talked about it's more than just a player going down. It's a human that's having their season stripped away from them. Winker takes a snap, floats it downfield, looking for a man, and it's picked off by South Dakota State. Tucker Large is right there. The sophomore from Sioux Falls dancing across midfield, across the 40, across the 30, has blocks down the 20, inside the 10, and he's inside the 5, and he's in there. A touchdown for South Dakota State. And you said back on March 20th, after your team lost 7-6 to Utah, that they turned a corner and you saw a fight for the first time in a year and a half since you've been at Northern Colorado. What type of fight did you see from your team today?
Getting down like that and then having to come back in it was special.
Top of the key, step back triple, wants it, and he hits it. Zeke Mayo. 24 points for Mayo, his 3rd triple.
Keenan, you played the quarterback position yourself. Tough break there for Evan in the offense.
It's really all about chemistry, and you think after maybe a month of training camp that you kind of have that settled down yet. You really don't until you get game experience. So that quarterback to center relationship is very important. Looking to go back-to-back here in the Mile High City. Alongside Bailey Duplessis, I'm Kienan Dixon here on Summit League Network. Happy to have you with us for the first of 2 championship matches. We'll have the women's match coming up later after this one. For Denver, it's been a dominant season. They're number 63 in the country in the latest rankings, and they're led by one of the best players in the country, in Daniel Sancho, who comes in at number 45 in the latest rankings.
He's absolutely amazing.
At North Dakota, the Upstart program under head coach Tom Boyson in his 4th season, making it to their first ever Summit League title match, and just their 3rd since joining the conference in all sports. And it's a hold only because South Dakota Mines was able to get some pressure. We talked about it in the open. Keys to the game. Applied pressure to Evan Foster. He held onto the ball a little bit too long last week. Stayed off schedule. Didn't stay on schedule, and that's a big thing. Keep your footwork clean. Stay on schedule. 24-21. Van Hook sets it for Bodie, and it drops in. South Dakota wins. Morgan Bodie gets her 12th kill, a career high for the freshman who has made an immediate impact for South Dakota. All right, let's jump into a new segment. We'll do some stock talk like Jim Cramer, right? Helen Gold, your last name is pretty close to the medal that you're about to receive again. You go back-to-back in this event. Coach Amar said that there's some sort of formula that you have kind of working for this team. What is that formula? He wouldn't tell me. Happy Summit League Spotlight Day. He's Darren Wallace. I'm Kienan Dixon. Something is in the water in Brookings. Both of South Dakota State's men's and women's teams are sitting in first place. The women continue to dominate despite losing Madison Vlaston for the season. The Jacks are on a 12-game winning streak and remain unbeaten in league play. This team is dominant. Welcome to the final round of the Summit League Men's Golf Championship here in 2024. From Covered Bridge Golf Club, I'm Kienan Dixon. As we get ready for this final round, we look back at the first two rounds in what's sort of a mixed bag of results. 71.89 was the average score across the board, under par in the first round. Several golfers going multiple shots under par. 5 under par, 6 under par was the leading score from Ty Kretz from South Dakota State after the first round. The second round presented a much different golf course, including some gusty winds and some different pin locations that provided challenges for golfers and moved that average score up for the 45 competitors to just above 73. Big week last week, not just for yourself, but for your entire team. 31 points on Thursday in that overtime win, your 5th overtime win of the season. What is it about this team and knowing how to play in overtime so well?
I don't know. It's starting to get a little annoying.
North Dakota State trying to apply some pressure, but really it's all Denver through much of the first half. Through that first half hour, was crossed by Baker, just missing Hannah Tate's head, and a scoring opportunity there. A couple of set pieces, but Molly Wisman easily handling it. This one ended up being the chaos. That was Olivia Watson's 4th goal on the season and led to North Dakota State taking the lead. They had another opportunity, but was punched away. And then Denver off of the cross, Ella Frost finding the twine and tying it up just about 2 minutes later after that North Dakota State goal. And it brings us here to this 1-1 tie at the half. 7 shots, and it was a lucky number 7 from Ella Frost. That led to that first goal for Denver. North Dakota State got some opportunities going really in the last 15 minutes, but nothing through about that first 25, 30 minutes of play.
His junior year really started that kind of thing, but then his senior year, yeah, some of his dunks were phenomenal.
Mayo the feed, and there's the two-hand jam! It's been past him for a right-hand slam. League field goal percentage, that's an efficient place. Oh my goodness.
He obviously had a great hand in 2020, 21, and 22.
At Bellevue West High School, just south of Omaha, William Kyle III flourished under longtime head coach Doug Woodard.
William probably improved as much from his takeoff time here as a freshman to the time he was a senior to now as any player I've ever seen.
Kalen Gary backing down, wrap around, another jam! Kyle has been a physical force.
And now he gets to play in the NCAA tournament just 8 miles up the road.
Pretty unbelievable. I mean, what are the chances that he'd be playing there? I mean, if you would have seen him when he was a freshman, you would have thought we were crazy if we predicted that or said that this would be his future.
It's been a special week for Kyle, earning championship MVP honors after South Dakota State won the Summit League title, and now getting to debut in the NCAA tournament just up the road from his hometown.
I feel like it was almost meant to be. I know my family, they were praying that I was going to be in Omaha. I was praying as well. And I mean, this is the biggest stage I've ever played in, so I feel like just to be here and for it to be in so close to home is amazing, and I'm super excited.
You said that you went and you were able to see them play against Kansas City, and kind of seeing Will Kyle now at that college stage as a dominant player in the Summit League and at the Division I level. How awesome is that?
Oh boy, I mean, it's almost surreal, you know. I mean, you expect it with some of your kids that you know that they're going to be really good when you have them as they're young. But everybody's path and growth pattern's different, and with William, just to see him out there at this level, not to just be competing, but in some cases to be a dominant feature. So to see that and then but to recognize there's still some significant areas of growth.
happy, and it's a very important game. I mean, I just want to put on for them and just put on for everyone else that I know that can just compete somewhere and do something really good in basketball and just for their community.
Basketball is bigger than a game. It's an opportunity. South Dakota senior Mason Archambault and North Dakota freshman Trayson Eaglestaff have taken a hold of that and hope others will follow in their footsteps.
Words can't even describe how just grateful I am for this position that I'm in. I mean, I remember I worked at camp for Lindy Waters at third. He plays at OKC. He's Native American. Got to talk to Kyrie before, Native American. He was over at White Shield. And I just see how all the Native Americans look up to him. It just means a lot that I can still carry it on and being a role model for younger people.
On Saturday, hundreds of people traveled from across the region for South Dakota's second Native American Heritage Game and to see their role models play each other. Post-game pictures were, of course, included. North Dakota won the game, but the result is far from the story. It's one of perseverance.
I think about that every single game because I didn't come straight from high school here. I took a long road, different road than a lot of people. So I just never stopped giving up and just kept reaching for my dreams, and then eventually you'll get there.
A finalist for South Dakota's Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school, Archambault went to JUCO Gillette College before transferring to South Dakota in 2020.
Really have to buy in, don't you?
Yeah, you have to buy in a lot. Yeah, you have to be all in. Every single day, every practice. There's a lot of sacrifices you got to make from basketball, being away from home. It's tough sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do.
All in?
All in. Yeah, all in. Yeah.
The two choose to share their experiences with hopes that the next wave of athletes are inspired.
Reservations are really hard to live on, especially because not really that much money put into them. It's not a place where you want to live, but people live there and it's hard to make it off. Putting on for little kids like that can see Native Americans can come as long as you just work hard and dedicate yourself to it. I mean, it's just a blessing for me to speak to little kids and just the community that you can do something with your life. You just work hard and put your mind to it.
Sports can be the great equalizer. The journeys differ. Eaglestaff wants to use his platform to make that journey just a little easier.
There's so many people that have a voice that don't really use it. For kids like North Dakota example, I went to the Wyatt every day of my life, and I just see so many kids there working and trying to get an opportunity to go somewhere in life, but we just don't get the opportunity. We have bad home lives. I just want to put on for them and everyone that I know that just deserves a shot.
Mason Archambault and Trayson Eaglestaff, playing for something bigger, playing for the future.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You hop on the bus, and it's just it's here. Everything that we worked for is basically, it's all right now. It's come down to one last tournament, so it's just really exciting. I'm just happy to be here, and weather looks good for the most part. I mean, we can handle the wind. Our couple events previously just has not been very warm, so this is awesome.
Looks so free and easy.
On the range it is, yes. When it gets on the course, that's where you got to control and try to replicate everything that you do on the range. I feel like that's sometimes you can hit it the best on the range and you get to the course and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I think the last portion of my range session is actually when I start seeing shots that I can actually hit on the golf course. So that's the first portion is just I'm just gonna hit.
Yeah.
Get loosened up and see what the ball looks like coming off the face.
So this is now your 5th year at North Dakota State.
This is, yes.
And yeah, I mean, in Summit League tournament play, you've played pretty well. Your freshman year, you shot a 67 in one round. Last year, you shot a 65.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
Championship record. I mean, you went 13 under last year.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean,
just the big tournaments that kind of light you up a little bit.
I mean, I guess I don't really know, but it's just one thing. I guess I'm just excited.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is really cool. You look around here, you're seeing all the Summit League's teams.
So I'm just a normal guy who likes to golf.
Yeah.
You're a collegiate golfer. You shot a 64 this year. When you shoot a score like that, what's it like?
It is. It just, everything's clicking.
Yeah.
The day goes by really fast, and you're like, that was all 18 holes. It feels like you're just started.
Just feels right.
Yeah, everything it feels so good.
It's Genesis.
And then of course golf is golf, and you know the next day you could go out and shoot a 77.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that's just that's with anything too. Is like, you know, golf is a really frustrating sport, but it's also a sport that many of us love.
And I mean that frustration part. Last year you guys lost by 1 stroke as a team. You ended up going on to the regionals, but collectively, how frustrating is that?
It's super frustrating, even to think about it right now. When I ended up winning, it was not necessarily like, oh, I won. Yeah. I was like still basically like, where's the team at? Where are we at? And how, like, do I have to make this putt on the last hole in order to tie, to make, like, to win? I think a lot of it just came down to, like, we've been close. We saw like the Bison do it a couple years back, right before I came in as a freshman. And it's just like, it's something that we worked for so long. I mean, that's just the entire team included, though. We worked our tails off this summer. We want this so bad.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we're gonna go out and play our best, and if we play our best, I think that we're gonna come out on top. This week for me, or like even this last couple of months, it's just, reality is kind of set in.
Yeah.
The whole thing of, this might be your last tournament, and it's just like, I get to see these guys every single day. I grew up as an only child, so I mean, these guys are my brothers, and so it's just like, it's been a really emotional but like just awesome experience. It's just like, I think we're gonna go out on top, and there's gonna be a lot of smiles and a lot of fond memories that we're gonna make this last week. I think that's one thing that we're gonna really focus on this week, is no matter what happens, it's the shot that we have next, that's the only one that matters, really.
During the 2019 NBA playoffs, Draymond Green proudly proclaimed that he is the best defender in the NBA. It was a statement that was received with immediate criticism. He responded the next day saying, quote, "As a competitor, you're trying to do something meaningful. If you don't have that mindset that you're the best ever, you've failed already." 16 months ago, Frankie Fidler declared that he believed he is the best player in the Summit League. In a league that included an All-American and an NBA draft hopefuls, perhaps Fidler was just a year early. Still, it's that mindset that has allowed him to take the reins of an upstart Omaha team and push them to first place in the Summit League. Like Draymond Green, Fidler has played with that confidence on his sleeve, and he's making a real case at being the best in the Summit.
Can you put into words, when you kind of start seeing these performances pile up on top of each other, what it means to you to know, okay, I am who I say I am?
I tell myself before every game, you know, trust the stuff you did when no one was watching, so the people who are watching can enjoy what you're producing.
7:20 to go, and there's Frankie Fidler.
I think to get to this point, a lot of people really don't understand how much you have to truly love the game that you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get over those humps of early in the morning, it's cold out, -20 out, like it was a couple weeks ago, and you get here to the gym and you get shots up?
Just seeing the bigger picture, knowing how much you love the game and what you'll do to go play the game. So I think, you know, just not letting outside things affect what you really want to do, especially on the court.
White runs it down to the free throw line. Osborne up top, wing left Fidler for 3. That's good, and the Mavericks have the lead.
6'7", you have a unique skill set at that size. I don't think a lot of guys in the mid-major game or really in the college game have that. Have you gotten any sort of feedback or any scouts or anything like that? People showing up, starting to take notice?
I've heard from a few people. My AAU coach reached out to me and, you know, told him that, and he told me that some people reached out to him about me and kind of just, you know, seeing how I was on the court, off the court. So the attention is definitely picking up for me, and you know, I'm just blessed to be in the position I am.
As a team right now, you guys are right there. You guys were picked, I believe, 7th coming into the season. Not a lot of high hopes from the media and I guess the coaches around the league for this Omaha program. What's your message to those people that voted for you guys to be lower than you are and kind of what you're projected to finish?
When those preseason polls came out, we kind of took it with a grain of salt because we knew the talent we had on this team, and we knew you know, what we're capable of. And, you know, the season's not over yet, but we are in front of where they picked us right now, and we could really finish in the top, you know, 2 or 3 in this league. Just to all those people that didn't pick us, you know, just we're coming, and, you know, Omaha's here to stay in the top half of the league.